Shopping for denim is not fun for arguably most people, but don't worry, I got you. We are in my Week of Walmart series, also lovingly known as Wow Week, and I am trying on so many pairs of jeans for you. So Walmart Spring Denim, let's get into it. This pair by Time and True, I had such high hopes for these freaking jeans because they're a medium wash. They have a little bit of a flare to them, but not an exaggerated flare. They're not distressed. They've got that cute little slit on the side, which I feel like, you know, just gives them a little something, something. And they would be perfect for workwear, all the things. I guess they're not terrible, but they don't sit right on my body. And I know part of that is because I'm in the wrong size. So there is some stretch to these. I think they're a solid length. I'm wearing them in a size 16. I definitely need a size 18. I could button them, but no.
No.
I like these enough to probably get them in an 18 to see, but let me know down in the comments if you feel like jeans are getting smaller, because I definitely feel that. And I know the obvious thing is like, oh, Jen, you're getting fatter. And while that is factually true, historically it takes me at least 30 pounds to change a size. Here it's like, okay, so I gained 25 pounds. I think I might be down to only gaining 20 pounds now because I did lose a couple pounds. Last year I was a solid size 14 at Walmart. We're talking about the same brands here. That's what's confusing. Same brand, same retailer. And it's like now I never stopped and passed go at size 16. I just went right to 18. It's just very confusing. So anyway, let me know down in the comments if you think that this is happening to you, and feel free to tell me I'm fat and all that. Like, I get it. I understand. I do understand. It's just confusing. The sizing is confusing. I feel like no matter if you're my size or a different size. So yeah, let me know. Okay. We've got a pair of cargo pants by Madden NYC. I am wearing these in a triple XL, which I would say with Madden NYC being juniors and these being juniors regular versus juniors plus, that is a little bit confusing. I have a video on that if you are interested. I kind of overlapped like what happens when the juniors regular veers into what would be juniors plus size, but then there's also a juniors plus version of it, and how do they stack up against each other? I feel like it was kind of like a scientific experiment, just saying. So I can link that video for you. But these, I have actually a lot of good things to say about them. I feel like I have one drawback to them. They have very deep pockets, which, I mean, I know that we all appreciate as women, for real, because we feel like we never get the deep pockets, only the dudes be getting those, you know? And I like that they're cargo, so they're, you know, they're trendy, all that kind of stuff. They are stretchy. I can really move around in them. They have the elasticized back half, which even adds to kind of the comfortability, if you know, you know. And you know what's funny? These do not have pockets on the back. And normally with my big butt, I don't love that. I feel like pockets help distract from the mass, just the general mass that's back there. But I didn't hate these. I didn't hate these. I felt like they could have been a little taller in the back if you a big booty like me, if you thicky thick. But overall, I thought they were really good. I thought the color was solid. And my biggest downfall with these, which you're gonna see a pattern if you keep watching, why are they so short? And I know if you're less than 5'6", okay, just to be clear, nobody that's less than 5'6" is less than, okay? I just struggle with, you know, words. But if you're shorter than 5'6", maybe these are great for you. If you're taller, they're definitely not great for you, unless you're looking for like a true crop or a capri. But from what I've heard from my taller girlies, you guys are not looking for that at all. You're looking for the exact opposite of that. So for me, I talk about cropped pants a lot on this channel, and I love me a good cropped pant. This though is not a cropped pant. This looks like a non-intentional, I feel like you can tell the difference. This looks like a high water, even on my 5'6" small butt, right? Like it looks like a high water. So I tried it on with one rolled up and one not, just to see, and I guess I could cut them. But anyway, you'll see a pattern here. Oh, pardon the interruption. It is just me, your host, Jen. If you did not know, you are watching my Wow Week series. Wow Week stands for Week of Walmart. I feature a ton of Walmart on this channel, so if that sounds good to you, you probably want to subscribe. I always like to say subscribe if you're awesome, or subscribe if you want to be awesome. Yes. On this channel, I help you be your most confident self through style.
We are a little bit goofy here, so that is definitely a thing here. And we like to cook a lot of looks in the kitchen. That's what we say. We be in the kitchen cooking them looks. If this is the first video that you happen upon on Wow Week, it is an entire series, so I will make sure to link up to the rest of the series down below, as well as at the end of the video. And if you would like to shop anything in this video, I am gonna have all the links in the description box by number down below. And if you don't know how to get to the description box, just click the title of the video, which will open up a box, and that will enable you to have access to all of the links. If you do decide to use my links, I cannot thank you enough. That really helps out me and my channel. And I will also put them in a pinned comment below as well. Let's keep going with the video.
So here we have another pair of cargos, and I know you can already see some similarities. Let's talk about the similarities. These are by Celebrity Pink, and they are in a 16 juniors plus. Now, kind of exactly what I said about the last pair, so this is the opposite of that. I do find that juniors plus tends to allow a little bit more room in kind of the, you know, the hip area as well as the dump truck area. So for me personally, they generally do work out better. They're just unfortunately not always available in every option. So I would say that these run true to size given that, and they have the deep pockets. I love that. There's a good amount of stretch in here, so I like that. I feel like I can really move around in these. That's what I'm definitely liking about the cargo jeans. I almost feel like, oh, tell me if you relate to this. I feel like when we're talking about jeans that are just inherently less flattering, like meaning you're wearing them for the style, like because I struggle with trying to convey the message that I don't think everything that we wear has to be extraordinarily flattering. And it's confusing, and I get that because I talk a lot about flattering your body on this channel, but at the same time, I like cargo pants and I want to partake in the trend, but I also know they're not gonna flatter me the most, the same as probably like a high waist, slim, straight leg pant with a crop is going to, or a flare, a high rise flare. Like I feel like for me, those are generally the pants I feel the most confident in, and I think that's okay. And I feel like we need to normalize that. I think we are just always so quick to say, well,
that's not flattering.
and it's like, okay, I mean, my pajamas aren't flattering either, but I love them. Like, so anyway, I really do like these. I like that they've got the kind of the center seam going down the middle. I like the light wash on them. I feel like that's really good for spring and summer, and we have the same issue with the length. Why? I could feel the vibration there in my vocal cords. Why are they so short? Why? I don't know. I don't understand it. These next pair of cargo pants by Madden NYC, wearing in a size 21 regular juniors, which I would say is my true size. So disappointed in these because they had so much potential. First of all, I love the back pockets. I love that they have flaps with the buttons there. I think that is just chef's kiss, so cute. I'm obsessed. Cargoically speaking, you know, like cargoically speaking, okay? If you are new here, it's always like that this here. It just, I don't think it's gonna get better. It's only gotten worse, you know what I'm saying? So hang tight, hold tight, hang on, let's go for this ride. I love that they have double cargos on the one side. And actually, I love that the cargos are lower on the leg. I think that's a little bit different. I think it looks kind of weird, maybe, the fact that I ended up having to roll them up because they're also short. They are also short, but I like that they have flaps, they're lower, and then the one side has the one that's above that, probably more where they typically are found, and it has a zipper. It's just different, but these are so stretchy. They are way more stretchy than the last cargo pants that I just showed. They are a little bit more higher waist, which I actually prefer, and I feel like that generally, for me, I just feel like I get better butt coverage for obvious reasons, and I just feel like because I end up usually wearing my shirts tucked in, I just feel like it's probably a little bit more flattering. Like, see, there I go, talking about flattering when
I'm like, oh, not everything has to be flattering.
Here's the thing, I'm just gonna hypocritically talk about stuff being flattering versus not, and when I care and when I don't. Okay, like I'm just gonna call myself a hypocrite because I get it. I get that it's confusing. Anyway, these have one major shortfall. You know how we talked about the other ones having super deep pockets? These pockets are kind of regular. They're not undeep. They're not deep, but they are just kind of regular. But do we see how they pop out? And I cannot stand when pockets do this. And I think, you know, one could probably make the argument, oh, Jen, if you got the next size up, and for one, they don't have a next size up, that's fine. But they really do fit me. Like, they're extremely stretchy. They're very comfortable. I can pull on the waist. It's totally fine. I probably wouldn't really want them any any looser. I would argue even if they were more loose, they probably would still do this when you sit down. And it's like, why do we not give folks just a couple more inches? I understand that it's a savings on the fabric, but just don't cut it so close, right? Have you guys seen this? It drives me nuts. Otherwise, these were like 10 out of 10 friggin' recommend, okay? I'm sad. I'm upset. I'm upset. Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready? Yes, you are, because these jeans are hilarious, okay? Oh, they're so wrong. They're so wrong. And I know a lot of you messaged me on Instagram, were like, Jen, the same thing happened to me with those jeans. Preach, because I feel better about myself just you saying that. Thank you so much. These have no stretch, okay? And they also said low slung, which I'm assuming they're calling low slung because us older folk are afraid of things being low rise, okay? So it's like,
Oh, instead of low rise, called low slung. I don't know.
I assumed it meant low rise, so I just did myself a favor and I went up a size. I'm like, okay. This was also before I realized that size 16s generally weren't working for me due to what I said earlier, because I kind of ordered all these at once and did a big try on haul. So I saw that. I was like, I'm just gonna go up a size, and wow. I mean, wow. Obviously you can see what happened. I think we're a good 2 sizes in distance from these things going around, the situation happening, and it's always the but, you know, if you can relate, I know that we're best friends because we've all been there. It sucks. And these, they're almost deceptive, and I know that's a weird way to describe a jean. I understand. These are a deceptive jean because they've got that elasticized back half, and it almost makes them look like they're going to be stretchy. But that scrunch part in the back is made out of non-stretch fabric. So therefore, I mean, what are we doing? At that point, I feel like it's just an aesthetic. And are we looking for elastic pants to be an aesthetic? I'm wearing elastic pants right now, literally right now. I love me some elastic pants, but is that really an aesthetic? I feel like on a pant, a waist of a pant, it's not an aesthetic. Maybe I'm wrong, okay? I am an elder millennial, so who knows? And then if it's not an aesthetic, what is it? It's because it's deceptive. It's a deceptive pant. So I'm also angry. I don't mean to be so angry for this video, but I'm upset. Jen's getting upset. This next pair is by Jordache, and I had not tried anything in a while from them. These are kind of my on paper perfect style pair of jeans. They're high waist, they're stretchy, but they're not like overly stretchy, but there's plenty of stretch in there that they're very comfortable. I like that they have distressing, but not too much distressing, and they're kind of more of like a slimmer straight jean, maybe even leaning more towards regular straight. They also have a little bit of croppedness to them, so I really like them. I'm wearing these in my true size. They're in a 16, and I feel like they are very borderline for me. I typically wear my jeans where they're just, I should say, when I'm looking for new jeans, I wear them where they're just a little bit tight, because my experience has been is that they always stretch out and then I'm disappointed. So if they fit me perfectly day one at the try on, in the fitting room, whatever, once I actually start wearing them, they stretch out and then I'm disappointed. So when I can find ones that are just like a little bit, but not too much, it's usually the perfect sweet spot for me. These are borderline between being a little bit too much. I actually did order these in a size 18 just to see, because I do really like them, and I also ordered them in black, so we'll see. So yeah, and one other disclaimer that I want to give, because I know this was a really big issue or whatever for people on Instagram, is that I do not wear jeans to be comfortable. I just want that to be very clear. Like, I wear jeans to go out. I will never sit around my house in a pair of jeans. If I want to be comfortable, I'm wearing stuff like joggers, leggings, pajama pants, sweatpants, anything like that. So when I'm wearing jeans, I'm looking for them typically, outside of my commentary about being flattering, like, remember I already said that I was a hypocrite. Okay, I already said I was a hypocrite. I'm looking for them to do something for me, to snatch me.
I hate that terminology.
That's typically what I'm looking for. They're for a go out outfit, they're for a date night, a dinner, whatever, a girl's night. They're not for like, oh, they don't look comfortable. Well, yeah, I mean, am I normally comfortable in my date night outfits? I mean, maybe a little bit, but hopefully you know what I mean. Let me know if you know what I mean. Another thing about these jeans is I feel like they are holding in the stomach pooch, which I don't think we see a ton when we're talking about a pair of denim that has a decent amount of stretch in them. These are not super stretchy as if they're some sort of a jegging or anything. However, they are stretchy enough that I think they feel comfortable, they move with me, whatever, but they are like doing the work, because we all know know that 100% cotton jeans, one of the big benefits of those is they just kind of make that pooch seemingly disappear, and I feel like these are giving off that vibe.
We are about halfway through this video, so please give the video a like if you are digging it so far. That really helps out me and my channel. And if this is your first time here and you don't follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, all the places, definitely go ahead and give me a follow because I show lots more looks and outfits on those platforms. I will see you there. Let's keep going with the video.
So stay tuned for the next 3 pairs because this is the first time that I ever tried the Levi signature line at Walmart, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is the real Levi's brand, but it's like sort of an offshoot of that, and it's a made for Walmart brand. And you'll notice they are definitely less expensive. So these are kind of the type of jean that I typically look for. They are a crop, a little bit of a crop on me, 5'6", straight leg. They have just the one knee hole. I love that. They're high rise, kind of like a medium to high rise. I feel like they make my butt look really good. I love the wash. And for me, they're kind of that perfect, they're a little bit tight, and I think that they'll get looser once I really start wearing them. I absolutely love these, and I'm wearing them in a size 16. When I first put these on, I was like, oh dang. I actually have a pair of jeans from Express that I recently got, and they kind of remind me of those in some way, and I really can tell that they feel high end. There's no not deep pocket situation like we talked about earlier. These are so solid, and honestly, I was generally impressed with this whole line, so stay tuned. So I've never tried these Levi Signature by Walmart. I think they're made for Walmart. I really like these. I didn't know how they would run because I've never ordered the brand. So I'm here in a 16. I would say that they are like they're borderline for me, right? Like, you know, we see some muffin top here. However, I think that they would stretch, and I think that if I went up a size, I would probably regret it. I feel like I've had that in the past. So I love that they're like a straight jean or a straight leg. They've got just the one hole. They have cut off bottoms, so they're like a crop. They're like a true straight. The pockets are deep. They're more high rise, I would say, so the back is not a concern. And do we see this stomach situation? I would say they are sucking my belly pooch in way more than a typical like stretchy style jean. And these are stretchy, but they're not like crazy stretchy, you can probably tell. So yeah, I like these. These are good. All right, we got my next pair of the Levi Signature. So these, there's a lot of stuff I like about them. I think they're overall a return for me, but I really like the fit of these. I think that they fit even better than the last pair. As you can see, they're also an ankle jean. They're rolled at the bottom. I feel like that patchwork, I guess I'll call it, on the front, you might be wondering if it's kind of 3D. It's really not. And if you notice, the back of the jean is sort of the color that's inside that patchwork. So I kind of like that two-tone aspect to it, but here's what it almost looks like. It almost looks like the front of the jean was bleached except for those patches, and there's almost like a bleach line that bleeds a little on purpose. That's what it's supposed to look like, but that's kind of what it is. But it's smooth to the touch, like it's all smooth. It's not an actual patch. So I also like the rise of these. I like the stretch of these, as well as how they make my butt look. The downfall of these, I think, is the actual patches, because the way that they're fitting me, they're kind of following my curves, and I think that that just looks a little funny. I feel like they almost should be hanging straighter. They do call themselves a boyfriend jean on these, so I feel like they should maybe just be generally bigger. I would consider going up a size in these. I don't normally say that with jeans, but I feel like it would look almost better if they were a little bit loose because of the way that patchwork hangs. I think otherwise it just looks a little bit funny when it follows your leg like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think down in the comments. All right, these are the last pair of the Levi Signature. They call these an easy straight, and you'll notice the big difference between this and the first pair is they're a little bit longer on the bottom. They are a little bit wider just throughout the entire leg. They do still have the distressing at the knees. The other one just had the one side and was more of a cropped. I think that they're nice and stretchy, and they definitely offer kind of a medium to higher rise. Again, they're on my 5'6", so just that's where they're falling depending on your height. I think that these actually allow a little bit more room in the bag's O saddle and butt area, also thigh area. I can appreciate when jeans aren't tight everywhere, if that makes sense. Like if they're gonna be a little bit more fitted to kind of, you know, hug your curves and things like that. It's nice if they're not fitted in all the places. This one is just a little bit more tighter around my waist, and I hope that after some wear that would actually get better. And the fact that it has a little bit more give, I think is a really, really good thing. And I think these are a little bit more of a modern cut because they're a little bit wider. They're by no means a wide leg jean. However, if you're looking for something that's not a skinny jean or a slim straight jean, but you're like, there's no way I'm gonna be wearing a wide leg jean, you know, something like this might work really well for you. I hope you're ready to laugh again. We've hopefully laughed a lot in this video. These are by Time and True, and just what the sizing, okay? I'm wearing these in my true size 16. What really gets me on these is they are stretchy. These are very stretchy. I was attracted to them because they are almost like a miniature flare. They call themselves a boot cut. I would argue that they're a little bit more than a boot cut. I feel like they're kind of a small flare, which I thought was really interesting. And the fact that it's cut off, I don't have anything like that. And I also really like that the knee had distressing. So this checked all the boxes for me, but I would go up 2 sizes in these from your normal size. I mean, that is just wild how, and they don't say that they're low rise. They look it, but they're not. I was so confused on this one. Who remembers the jeans that broke the internet last year by Scoop? They were in my favorite items of the entire year video, my favorite jeans. I love them so much. I will link that video for you if you have not seen it. And I kind of was surprised they brought them back. They were obviously very popular, but I just feel like that doesn't always happen. I am still putting them in this video, even though they sold out almost instantly. By the time I got mine in the mail, and I literally check for new arrivals every day on Walmart, especially while filming Wow Week, they were already sold out. I'm hopeful that they're gonna be restocking them this season. That's why I'm including them here. I actually bought them, like I have them from last spring, a year ago, and I bought them again because you know how sizing, we've been talking about this whole video, has been running a little bit funky. I wanted to see the size reference so that I could provide you guys information on that. So I got them in my size 16, which is the same size that I already have. And I would say that they feel slightly looser in the leg than last year's, but slightly tighter in the waist. I don't know what that is, but I was excited to find out that it wasn't so drastically different. I felt like I could still wear the same size. I was almost nervous that the way sizing things have been going, it wouldn't have even worked in the same size. So I was at least pleasantly surprised by that, and pleased by that, I should say. And these are just so good because they're a modern take on, you know, jeans today, especially if you're somebody like me who was married to your skinny jeans for a really long time. You know, you kind of have to like crop jeans to like these, but I just feel like given that they're sort of a, you know, they're definitely not a wide leg, but they're not a skinny leg at all. I'd say they're wider than a typical straight leg jean. I feel like they still work. And I feel like jeans like this for me wouldn't typically be flattering on me, but I do really like them on me. So I hope they restock. So the jeans that broke the internet that we just spoke about, I was so shocked when I went on the website to find out that they not only restocked them, but they also brought them to us in a darker color. Now that I have both of them with me, I kind of wish the colors were slightly different. I feel like it's just a smidge darker. I guess probably the naked eye would notice, meaning, you know, you would generally notice, but it's not a drastic difference. These, interestingly enough, ran smaller. So I also got these in a 16, and they call themselves the same jean. Like they're, you know, all the jeans that have a name and they're the same. So they're not really supposed to be different in any way. And they're structured exactly the same. Even though these were too tight for me, I do still think it rings true that they felt like they had a little bit more room in the leg and they were a little bit tighter on the waist because I felt like they fit me in the leg. And these were the level of tight that I think if I laid on the bed, I really, really tried my best. I think I could have buttoned them, but that's, I mean, why? Why am I doing that? But just to give you a reference point, I think these for me would probably be maybe slightly bigger than I want them to be in an 18. I'm probably almost a 16 plus in these, or an 18 minus. So also known as a 17, which doesn't exist in this brand. So anyway, that is the skinny on that. Just given everything we've experienced with cargo denim in this video, this is my perfect pair of cargo denim because, as you notice, the length is not an issue because they're a jogger, and these are by the brand Celebrity Pink. I'm in my true size triple XL in juniors regular, not juniors plus, and they are extraordinarily stretchy. I find them to be very comfortable. I could lounge around the house in these, they're that stretchy, and they don't pose an issue on length for me. I like the little tie. The tie even kind of prevents them from being so stretchy. So like, meaning you have even more give when you take the tie off. Not that anyone's probably doing that, but I don't have anything else to say about these other than they are so good and they are so comfortable. Definitely keeping these. Time and True straight leg jeans. Finally, we have a pair of Time and True that runs at least what I feel like my true size is. I don't know. These are just a solid straight leg jean. They go right down, kind of, you know, floating above a flat shoe or a sneaker. I really like that about them. They're definitely a solid medium rise. I feel like they're just below my personal belly button. Like, I know everyone's torso is a little bit different ratio wise. I love these. I love that there's no distressing. They're dark, so I feel like they're very almost professional looking if you're looking for a pair of workwear denim. They are a little low on the bootay, so there is that, and that probably does stem from them being more of a solid medium rise. That is one reason I do like high rise, is I don't have to worry about my butt being out, because otherwise it's usually out. And usually with the low rise, like, it's just not even in. It's not even in. Medium rise, it's like it's in, but it's hanging on by a thread, and then the high rise, we can at least be sure that it's strapped in, if that makes sense. These are solid. They come in a bunch of different colors. I believe I actually have a pair on the way in a different color because I liked these so much. So these, it's probably fair to say they might have been my second. Nah, I don't even want to say second favorite because there's a lot of good ones here. Maybe top 5. These are my top 5. I always like to try to save my favorite until the end. So these are by Time and True. I did recognize that I had to go up in size, and I did actually originally show these in a size 16. So if you wanna see what these look like in a size 16, check out my last fall Wow Week jeans video where I believe I tried on over 30 pairs, and I actually had my girlfriend with me who is an apple shape, and we did kind of a pear versus apple comparison on a lot of the jeans. So I will link that video for you. It's definitely one of my most popular videos ever. I feel like it's because of the whole apple versus pear comparison. I think it is really interesting, but you can see what these look like. And I like these so much that I'm like, you know what? I just want to try them in a bigger size. They still have them. They do still have a lot of the jeans that I did feature in that video, by the way, if you want to check that out. And I just absolutely love these. They're a solid medium rise. I feel like they are the perfect amount of stretch in that they kind of read more like a 100% cotton denim, but there is some stretch in there. I feel like it's 1%. It's not a ton, but it's just enough. And they're kind of a slim straight, which I know we talked about me liking. They're a crop, and I just find them to be really flattering. I absolutely love these. And because they're my favorite, I'm also gonna plop in an outfit here for you guys where I did style these so that you can see that. Let me know what you think of these.
All right, and that is gonna do it. I am so excited to hear down in the comments which one was your favorite item or outfit. So definitely let me know that information before you head out. And also, if this is your first video from the Wow Week series, Week of Walmart, definitely make sure to check out the rest of the series. I'm gonna have my entire Wow Week series playlist as well as my Walmart videos in general playlist linked up here at the end for you. And if you missed out on anything, you can just click right through and watch the next video or catch up on the series. And if you've been watching these live in real time, I cannot thank you enough for watching and hopefully loving the series. And as always, if you made it all the way till the end of this video, I cannot thank you enough. That really helps out me and my channel when you watch all the way to the bitter end. So if you are still here, please let me know that by leaving me a heart emoji or the secret video word of cargoically speaking. Don't forget to subscribe if you are awesome, and click that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I be in the kitchen cooking them looks. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!